welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor and today we'll be doing Larry Reed's beginning of the year book tag. But before we hop in the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you love all things bookish. So like with my end of the year book tag for 2023, for this one I am only going to be giving one book or one answer per question unless the question asks for more than one answer, so I'll give more than that. And then I'm going to do my best not to repeat any books for any of the questions. So I guess without further ado, let's hop in the tag and I tag all of you to take part in it as well. Question number 1, how many books do you plan on reading this year? I set the same goal this year that I set last year. It's set at 50. I will most definitely probably read past that. I'm already at 10 books and we're only halfway through February and I'm definitely in the middle of at least 3 or 4 right now. I always set my goals at achievable level. If my 10-year-old self couldn't do it, I don't see why I would set it at further. Obviously, if you read more or read less than that, all it matters is the quality of the books that you're reading. And that's that on that. Then we have my most anticipated releases of 2024. So I have 4 listed down for this. There's probably more. I have one physically that I just showed you in my most recent book haul, and that is So Let Them Burn by Camila Cole. This is a YA queer fantasy that is inspired by Jamaican mythology. Don't quote me on that. I actually haven't gone through and read the summary too much, but it's been all over my For You page, so I have definitely been excited to read this. And then the other 3 are going to be probably read on my Kindle. So we have Play Along by Liz Tomford, the 4th book in the Windy City series. I've given 5 stars to 2 out of the 3 books that exist in that series, so I'm so excited to see that come out this year. Then we have Daydream by Hannah Grace, finally getting Henry's book. And also, I could have used this cover for another question, but the girlie's wearing a folklore cardigan on the front cover. You know I am hooked and ready to sit and read that book. Then lastly, I read all of Lauren Asher's backlist last year, so I'm excited to see her new book coming out this year, Love Unwritten, which is the 2nd book in the Lakefront Billionaire series. And yeah, she just gave us the cover and I'm sad. I'm sad for all of these books. Then we have a book on your physical TBR that you're probably not going to read. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to eventually get to all the books on my physical TBR unless I just decide to unhaul them. But the ones I put off the longest is 1, finishing the 39 Clues series. I've read half of that series. It's my favorite series as a kid. And the beginnings of part 3 are on my shelves. But this one in particular, the Infinity Ring series, I read all 3 of these as a kid. So technically I've already read them. But my goal was to restart and finish the series as an adult. And I have yet to do that. So, oh, this is book 1 actually. You're looking at book 3. I'm excited to read them because I love historical retellings and stuff. But yeah, they're also time travel, so that does put me off a little bit on getting back into it. So we'll see. Will I get to these this year? Place your guesses down below. Then we have a new genre you'd like to try more of. Now, I don't know if there's a genre that's new to me specifically, because I mean, I primarily read romance and fantasy. I feel like that's stereotypical book talk girly vibes. But I'll dip into almost every other genre. I think the one that I'm most interested in expanding my horizons on is the mystery thriller genre. Just because it's very hard for me to get intrigued by those, because I'm the kind of person who pretty much figures out the plot point at, page 1. So, we'll see. But I've read a couple books that I'll talk about in a second last year that did get me excited to dip more into that area. Now, while I only probably read 3 mystery thrillers last year. This was the one that definitely kicked off my excitement. Now, I'm a Criminal Minds girly, so when I saw the Mindfuck series and its plot points, I was gonna hop in. Like, a female serial killer who just happens to start dating the FBI agent assigned to her case. Then, of course, we read subsequent things, including Butcher and Blackbird, although I don't know if that's really mystery and thriller. But this definitely got me in the mood, and maybe I'll finish this series this year, because I only made it through book 3. It's on the list. It's on the list. Then we have a book that you're most likely to reread. Now, I'm not much of a reread kind of girly, and to be fair, the books that I've spent my entire life rereading are book 8 in the 39 Clues series and book 8 in the Avalon Web of Magic series. Those are from my childhood. Then we have a book you wanted to get to in 2023 but didn't, so it's a priority in 2024. So the only reason I didn't read this book in 2023 is because I was waiting for it to come out in paperback, and it just came out in paperback, and is Bloodmarked by Tracy Deonn. Legendborn was my favorite book of 2023, considering it's one of like a few fantasies I read last year compared to a bunch of romances. That's saying something. And book two. Look at those sprayed edges. Look at those sprayed edges. I'm ready to see little enemies to lovers flourish. At least I'm hoping. And I'm down. I'm down for the plot. Book 3 comes out not soon enough. But this will probably be my birthday read next month, so it's on the list. Highly anticipated. Next, we have a series that you want to read this year. So, I am currently working my way through Elsie Silver's backlist. I'm about to finish the Gold Rush Ranch series as of filming this. I'll probably have finished it by the time you see the video, so most of the reviews should be up there. But I'm most excited to hop into the Chestnut Springs series because that's what everyone is hyped about or hypes up about. So, Flawless will be started sometime in the next month or two. So, that's our next venture. Then we have an author you've never read before but want to try this year. And for me, I have a couple, but the one that I'm excited to start next after having started Elsie Silver already is Talia Hibbert. I've heard a lot about her romance books. I started following her on TikTok and Instagram. She is just a fun character, and all of her romances sound fun. I just bought her YA debut because it was on sale, and I figured if any book I'm going to start with, might as well hop into a YA romance. So I'm excited to hop in there. Let me know what the best book is to read for her, because I also think the first book in the Brown Sisters series is on Kindle Unlimited, so I've got some places to start, so just let me know what your favorite books by her are in the comments down below. Then we're getting a little spicy with an author you're probably not going to read more of this year. So I never say never on authors unless, they just do something problematic. And for that reason alone, Taylor Jenkins Reid. You can go online and look up all the controversy around that, but I will not be continuing reading on her books. Then we have a popular book you want to read this year. Now, I feel like this is popular because I'm seeing everyone on my For You page reading it, so I guess to each their own, but Only for the Week by, I believe it's Natasha Bishop. Picture will be on the screen. It's a shorter romance that sounds messy and fun, and I don't know, ever since Kimmy recommended, then I'm just seeing it everywhere. Just like everywhere. I'm seeing, yeah. I'm excited for this one. Then we have a non-popular book you're excited to read this year, and that'll be the next book in the Cocky Kingsman series by Amy Award, and that is The Wiener Across the Way. I read the Cock Down the Block last year. It was a fun time. And if you don't know, this series has all plus-size FMC, so if you're looking for a romance series like that, this one's for you. But this one is definitely Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce coded, and I don't know if they were together when she was writing this story, because I think they got together after she announced that this was coming out. But if you read this description, you know this is so Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce coded. And you know what? I'm down for the read. I was going to read it anyways, and now the Swiftie in me is like, let's dive in. Next up is an audiobook I want to read this year. Now, I got into audiobooks at the end of last year, when Spotify Premium hopped on that train. And I particularly love to listen to nonfiction audiobooks. So the one that I'm most excited to listen to that for some reason I've been putting off is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I was a huge iCarly fan growing up, and I've been really getting into the memoir autobiography scene lately. And I've heard this is the one to read of all memoirs to read. So this one is definitely on the list. However, I have one that I'm going to read sooner than later compared to when this will fall on that reading order. Then we have a book you want to read based on the cover. Now, the one I wanted to pick, I'm not going to talk about because we're supporting the St. Martin Press boycott. So I went through and started digging on my shelves to see what was kicking around. So here's one that I recently bought called The Self-Same Medal. It is it's like Shakespearean YA, Victorian-esque. I read it, got Legendborn vibes, and then I stopped and I was like, we're going to pick this up. But is the front not giving she is a metal bender, aka Toph from Avatar The Last Airbender? And since Avatar The Last Airbender live action is coming out this month, it's on my brain, on my mind. It's a fun cover. It caught my eye. Pretty much everything I buy is because the cover catches my eye, so could have picked a lot of books for this. But this one Definitely has me intrigued. We'll see when I get to it, though. Then the last super book-related question for the tag is a book to TV adaptation that you're excited for this year. And I'm a romance girly, and though I haven't read the book series because I don't plan on it, Bridgerton Season 3 is coming out this year. I believe it's coming out in March, birthday month. Yes, and it's a friends to lovers. I mean, I'm an enemies to lovers girly, but if you want to give me some friends to lovers, I am not going to be complaining. So that is the one that I am most excited for. Let me know if you're excited for that one, because I feel like the hype is right. Next, we're moving into some more personal / social media bookish goals, starting with the question, something bookish you want to start doing this year. So I wrote down romanticizing my life. I feel like as book girlies, we're all very delusional. However, I suffer from practicality and responsibility brain. You know how it is. That's not a bad thing. But I just want to spend some more time romanticizing my life. I'm about to finish out grad school, hopefully start my first real big girly job, even though maybe I've had a few of those in my life, hopefully. So I would like to spend some more time getting to know myself, being more selfish in some of my decisions, and, romanticizing the life that I want. So that's on the docket. Then we have something bookish you would like to stop doing this year. Will I stop doing this? We'll have to see. It has yet to happen in the 6 years that I've been working at my library. But in theory, the goal would be to start actually using my library, or, the resources I have that I already pay for, like Spotify Premium and Kindle Unlimited, rather than going out and buying a lot of physical books. But if you saw my last book haul, that has not gone well. See, I've worked at a library for 6 years, and for some reason, I still would rather go buy the book than check it out from the library. So, oh well. Then we have a 2024 bookish goal. I feel this is a lot of people's goals every year, but to read more diversely. I love reading queer stories. However, I recognize that a lot of my queer stories that I'm reading are by white men. White, able-bodied, more often than not cis men. So we're trying to expand that, and just expanding the kind of literature I'm reading, as well as the stories that I'm attaining and the authors that I am choosing to promote and read. So that is always a goal of mine, and I think I'm off to a good start, but, you can always be improving. Next is a 2024 Booktube goal, so I would like to post more long-form content. Hey, look, you're watching something long-form. Look at me going. So that is my goal for this year, because I mostly post short-form content. So we'll see. You'll be seeing a few videos that I am pre-filming / editing at the moment that you're probably watching this video itself. And I would also like to start doing more book rec videos. So look out on that horizon. Let me know what you want some book recs for. What are the themes you're looking for? Then we have a non-bookish goal. Let's manifest for myself. I would like to obtain big girly job, lecturer position. Would love to have my first lecturer position and get paid for it, and not just have to go to adjuncting, because I would like to get paid actual sustainable living money, and also, finish out my grad degree without any debt. We're trying so hard. I finished out the undergrad without debt, but we'll see. School is expensive. Describe how you like 2024 to go in one word. Well, the first thing that came to my mind is success. I would like success. I would like to graduate. I would like to get a job. I would like to get paid. And I would like to celebrate my success. So that would be that. And then second to last, Booktube creators who inspire you. I will do like Larry did and put some pictures on the screen. But obviously Steph, obviously Larry, since I'm talking about her. Then there's a lot of book talk creators too that I'll have popped up here. So here are those people. And something you would tell someone who's looking to start a book talk account or Booktube account. I say be yourself, make sure you're having fun, and think critically about the stuff that you are reading and who you are choosing to promote on your accounts. And that was the beginning of the year book tag. Let me know if we have any of the same answers. Obviously, leave your book recs in the comments down below. And what would you like me to make next?